Greetings, scholars. I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about formatting and writing your reaction paper. I'm going to split this up into stages, and we're going to do it in 4 stages, day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. We're going to base this on the assignment, which is on Blackboard, which is here. You know that you're writing 5 pages. You know that you're doing this in the MLA format. Here, I have the paper broken down into the various sections. And what we're going to do is write the paper in sections. So today I want to focus on formatting the paper and doing section 1, the introduction. So I am going to open up a blank page and I'm going to start formatting my paper correctly. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that my computer is set for Times New Roman size 12. I also want to make sure that I have in spacing that my computer is set to double space. And I don't want any spacing between paragraphs. So I'm going to just click no spacing. I'm going to go back and hit Times New Roman size 12. I'm going to double space the paper or make sure that the paper is double spaced by going here. I'm going to choose double space. I'm also going to go back here and I'm going to go to my line spacing options and I want to click this button that says do not add space between paragraphs of the same type because Word automatically puts an extra space between paragraphs and I don't want that. I don't want all that extra space between paragraphs. I'm going to click OK. As far as formatting for MLA, MLA does not require a title page, so you do not have to do a title page. MLA requires that you type your last name, and excuse me, I'm typing this. So I'm going to type my last name, I'm going to put a comma, I'm going to put Philip, my first name. I'm going to enter, my computer's already set for double space. I do want to give this paper a title. I'm going to put paper number 1, colon, reaction paper. I'm going to make sure I spell things correctly. I'm going to enter. I am going to put the class. This is English 304. I'm going to type out section. By the way, you all are in section 2, not 1. I'm going to put the name of the professor. I would rather you put for my title Professor Blackman. And then I'm going to put the due date on the paper, which is the 20th of June, 2022. I'm going to enter, and now I'm going to put a title on my paper. I'm going to make sure that I center my paper, my title, and I'm going to give my paper a title, if I can spell title. So look at this. I'm going to give my work a title. Right now, I'm going to leave title here just with a question mark so that I know to go back and put a title. One of the things I want to warn you about, because this is a short paper documented essay, I do not want you to give your paper a title that tells me exactly what the paper is about. Give me a topic, give me a title that simply states your feelings. Here we go again. Right? You can use another title. Let's say I want to use Shoot 'em Up Style, right? Your title should get the reader's attention and make the reader want to read the paper without telling the reader specifically what your paper is going to be about. So if you give me a title that says mass shootings, I'm going to take off points for that because I want you to be original with your title. I don't want you to use a title that tells me exactly what your paper is about, even though I know. So think about your title. I'm just going to leave it here as a blank title. Okay. So what I want you to do is go on and format your paper. Format your paper. Give me the desired heading. Give me the desired title. Do that, and once you do that, I want you to just flip back to your instructions And we're just going to copy section 1 until the end of the paper, until section 4. We're going to copy this, Control C, and then I'm just going to paste this into my document after I hit enter on title, and after I am sure that I go back and align left. I'm going to paste this information here into my paper. And so now I have the outline, I have all of my section headings, I have everything that I'm supposed to do with the paper here in the document. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back, I'm going to make sure that I format everything, make sure that everything is Times New Roman size 12. So I'm just going to select all of this. And I'm just going to change this from Arial Narrow to Times New Roman size 12. It does not affect anything in the paper. And now I want to type. So this is day 1. Day 1, we want to get the heading, and we want to make sure that we format everything correctly. We want to paste over all of the instructions because these are the things that you're required to do in the paper. And we also want to just spend the first day writing the introduction. Just want to spend day 1 focusing on the introduction. So in the introduction, you're going to focus on your reaction. So in this section, in section 1, these 3 paragraphs, you're going to focus on your reaction. In the first paragraph, you're going to respond to mass shootings, right, in the U.S. I want you to take some time. I want you to think about this in the first paragraph. Respond to mass shootings in the U.S. You're going to hook the reader with the first sentence. You're going to state the controversy. You're going to give me your position on the issue, right? How do you feel when you saw the news footage about the school shooting in Uvalde? What were some of your feelings? What were some of your thoughts? You want to spend the introduction writing that, okay? Look at B. After you hook the reader, get the reader's attention, respond, give me your reaction to mass shootings. You want to spend some time clearly defining terms for the reader. So one of the things that you'll notice here for the first paragraph, I do not have a specific limit or sentence limit, but the rest of the paper, I do give you a specific sentence limit only because I want to make sure that you're not overwriting the paper and that you're giving me the information that I need. So there is no limit to how many paragraphs you can write for A. It may take you 2 paragraphs to do it. It may take you 1 paragraph, but that's up to you. These paragraphs, B and C, I do want you to limit the number of sentences to 5 to 8 sentences. You may go a little over that. But in this section, I want you to clearly define terms for me. What is a mass shooting? What is gun control? Give me some good definitions. We hear people talk about the Second Amendment all the time. So define the Second Amendment. What is an assault rifle? Okay. These are all terms that you can choose to define for the reader in this paragraph. Do you have to define all of these terms? No, right? Focus on those terms that you are going to mainly deal with in your paper. Maybe you just want to talk about mass shootings and the Second Amendment. Maybe you want to talk about assault rifles and gun control. Maybe there's some other definitions that you want to focus on, but I just want this paragraph to be definitions. Use your research. Use research to help you define the term for the reader. In the third paragraph, I just want you to give me some background information, some historical information on the topic of mass shootings, gun control in the United States of America. Situate the topic in terms of how you will address this issue in your paper. And as always, you are free to use research to assist you with the background information. This information, this in the second and third paragraph. When you do research, you don't have to use the research that I have for you, which is in the videos. You are free to use it. But I do want you to focus on finding other sources and documenting those sources in this section. So this takes care of day one. Day one, I simply want you to format the paper. I want you to give the paper a title, and I want you to start writing section one. Okay, watch this video over and over again just to make sure that you understand what goes into section one. And I will see you in the next video where we're going to discuss writing section two of the paper, which is going to be the causes. As always, if you have any questions, just email me. I will be happy to answer your email and respond to any questions. Good writing to you, and I will see you in the next video.